Hi, I'm David Smith of LasVegasAreaTrails.com, and I'm here with Glenn and Shoshi Hall of Create Health Nevada. We're at the trailhead to climb Mummy Mountain. This is the Trail Canyon trailhead in the Mount Charleston Wilderness. And Glenn Hall is an ultimate body worker, and I'll let him tell you a little bit more about himself.
Yes, I'm a master expert body worker, known globally. I worked with lots of CEOs and celebrities throughout the country. And I would like to share today that we've been doing this for a long time. Between Shoshi and I, almost 70 years of experience underneath our belt. And we have done everything in the realm of from being a ancestral health coach to core training, and I have probably 10 different types of manual therapies underneath my belt here. But we designed one off of the BioSync method, and then it eventually turned into a SomaFlow method where we enhance the evolution of the work. And we do a lot of the structural body healing. And then we developed the SomaFlow Academy school to teach other therapists to go into the field and be very, very effective in the work that we do. And yeah.
Well, what's structural body therapy?
Structural body therapy is literally aligning the body back up through the fascia tissue, and actually even to connect the bone structure and even ligaments and tendons. So we do pretty much everything in this form of therapy, and it's very powerful. And
it erases physical and emotional trauma. Mm-hmm. So it's not just the physical.
Body. Yeah,
the emotional of the work gets
some
attention.
Much attention. Definitely. And people are pretty surprised at the results of the work. Just had a professional golfer come in the other day, and he asked, he says, "How long you been in town?" And I said, "About 30 years." He says, "Well, how come I never heard about you? And I go all over the world looking for guys like you."
It's the best kept secret in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I think so.
In the world.
And we want more. And we want to break that secret. We want other people to work with us and develop more therapists out there to help change the world with our work.
Excellent. Well, we're definitely getting the word out. And then Shoshi is a master Pilates instructor.
I'm a master movement educator.
Okay. And
different methods.
Yeah. And you have trained people from Cirque De Sole.
Correct. Yeah, at the Wynn resorts, helping with posture, core strength. Believe it or not, even they are so flexible. They needed to work the deeper muscle groups to support the big ones. So I help them with posture, with core strength. There are some comedians there that were very needed of flexibility. And they get lots of injuries. So with the Pilates method, we managed to get them back on track and keep performing at the best.
Okay, and you do online Pilates courses?
Today, yes, I'm doing Zoom virtual Pilates flow classes that get you strong, gets you confident and ready to go out there to do the everyday things, that movements that you do in life, so you can
move freely
without pain.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we add another piece to the puzzle is our body makeover program.
Okay.
There's our Heal program, our Let Go program, and our Thrive program. So we do that, and that's through a lifestyle of living, to the best way you can, and to grow old gracefully. Right?
Okay.
So
You're talking about movement, nutrition, habits.
diets, habits. Yeah, simple health habits made
Mm-hmm.
simple habits, and just even different ways to manage your life in an easier fashion.
Okay. So you can access Shoshi's Pilates courses through createhealthnevada.com and the Heal program that Glenn was just speaking about also through createhealthnevada.com.
Yeah,
Okay.
live long and live healthy.
All right. Well, we're all for
Strong and
that.
healthy.
Otherwise, we won't make it up to Mummy Mountain. so let's get started.
Okay, excellent.
All right.
Thank you. Here we are in this beautiful, beautiful day at Mount Charleston. And we're amongst good
breathe
friends
deeper.
over here. We're with David and my wife Shoshi, and she's got her samurai sword.
Ready for action.
Hiking stick. And today we wanted to share with you a little bit about being in an elevation of 7,500 feet up. It's nice and cool, and the air is thinner up here, so there are things to consider when you're doing a hike from 7,500 feet to 11,000 feet. And one of the things to consider is when you get up in the morning, you should either stretch a little bit, just some dynamic stretching.
Just like even stretching the body, legs, arms, reaching, opening the lungs. And
and some belly
start breathing
breathing
deep.
because you breathe shallow when you sleep. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, and
Didn't know
so
that.
in the morning your lungs are really, really tight. So the best thing to do is to do belly breathing to expand the lung capacity. So by the time you get up here, you have enough. You start building up that oxygen in your system. So that would be probably one thing I would consider. The next thing I would consider when you're doing something like this for a pre-warm-up is I really don't suggest eating in the morning.
Okay. There's two things I've done wrong. No belly breathing, and I had a huge bowl of oats.
Okay.
So you're preparing your energy for the next 2 hours.
That's right.
The reason being, well, this is only after someone has adapted to a fat-burning diet, right? Because your body likes to burn fat during the morning hours, and it starts to burn into the brown fat, actually, which is the higher energy fuel that you would want in the human body. So especially when you're doing a physical activity like this. So that'd be one thing to consider. What else would you like to add to that mix?
Consider as you climb up, with every step, have a nice deep breath, and when it gets tough, really focus on your breath, breathing deeper and deeper. Slow down. If you're in good shape, you might want to go and right into the hike, but I would suggest just start slowly warming up and the pace, even pace.
Yeah,
And
when you're in the
with a
higher
nice
altitudes,
deep breath.
so that you get a rhythm going as you're moving along. Because athletes have a tendency to say, "Oh yeah, I can just do this," and what happens is they get altitude sickness.
Yeah.
right? Because
Oh,
they-
okay.
So those are kind of the things you want, and to make sure that you hydrate yourself too as you're going through it. Even if you're not thirsty, you should hydrate yourself in altitudes because the air is thin, and so you need more oxygen to get to your muscles. So that's something to consider too.
How much water did you bring today?
We got about
I got
over
this
3
canteen
liters.
right here.
Awesome.
And
Good.
then,
Yeah,
well, we also put some celery juice in our
in our water.
water.
Wow.
We call those
It's
2
for
liters.
in one of them it's for electrolytes because celery has lots of sodium and potassium in it. So it's really good. So if you juice a little bit in the morning, and then put it in your water, then you'll have your electrolytes while you're traveling through the canyon.
Amazing. These are all things that I did not know and I've never done. So this is really good.
All things
You
considered,
can share,
right?
you're a professional hiker. You can share
This-
your tricks.
Yeah. So
of the
This
trail.
is why I brought you. Selfish reasons. Okay.
All right.
and that's it.
How about stretching now? Now you mentioned stretching, but there is a, it seems like some people think that you shouldn't stretch until you are actually warmed up, and others
Right.
I've heard that you stretch anytime. What do you guys think about that?
Here's,
It's a good idea to just start walking slowly. That will be a warm up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did some circles, ankle circles
Uh-huh.
in the car.
Okay.
You know, the feet are all compressed in the shoes. I want to kind of get the blood going between the toes and ankles, and just couple twisters
rotational
because this opens up the chest and the lungs.
right.
It's
Yeah.
kinda- You know,
And for lower
And-
body, we do dynamic stretching, right? So we don't do static stretching. Static stretching is for recovery, and so dynamic stretching is more prevalent to something like this. So even just doing some, some squats,
Yeah, I
just
did
coming
that.
on up, just a little bit, just to stretch out your hips, your lower back in here.
it helps the
It stretches-
intestines. Your
yeah.
bathroom is right here, so it's a good idea to empty out right here.
So
Okay.
I would say-
Is that part of the stretching?
So we stretch out the body in the bathroom. You stretch out the body. No. and so we do rotational stretches just to get the body to open up this way, and then of course do stretches more in this fashion here, and just dynamic. Or if you can hang on a tree, that's great. Just to stretch out the upper body, just to open the shoulders up.
Body loves
For the
space.
swinging,
and-
for swinging movements like this, just to get your body moving this way
Yeah,
here,
that
for
feels
the
good.
joints in here, puts synovial fluid into the joints. And that's pretty much about it, because most of it is going to be blood warming as you move. Walking is your best feature when it comes to getting the blood from being pooled from sleeping. And the blood is all, it's kind of just in different pockets, right? And as you do the dynamic stretching, the hydraulic system pushes the blood through the body, and so then you feel kind of warmed up as you're moving along.
What's the difference between a dynamic stretch and a static stretch?
A dynamic stretch is something that you're doing is just a form of movement. Actually.
Okay.
It's just
consistent
it's a consistent movement.
flow.
Right, and it's not
You're not
staying. It's not staying. But in static stretching, you're holding a position for a while and allowing the fascia to open in there to try to heat up the area and get the fluids moving through the muscles.
How long do you hold? How long do you hold a static
For a
stretch?
static stretch? You can
At
do it
least
anywhere
start
from
with
30
30
seconds
seconds.
to up to a minute to 2 minutes. So sometimes for recovery, almost up to even more than that.
90 seconds, because I think after 1 minute, that's when everything starts to change.
Okay.
Yeah.
The nutrients going into the area, the blood is rushing into the area,
And the fascia
And the
is
fascia.
opening up,
yeah,
which
the
is very
tissue,
important.
fascia.
So now if you static stretch, do you static stretch when you still got workout ahead of you, or do you normally static stretch after your workout?
After your workout is
Okay.
really the answer on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do dynamic stretching before your workouts.
Okay.
If you do and do static stretching after your workouts.
Why?
And the reason being is that if you do static stretching before your workouts, you're telling the body two different signals. One, you're stretching the muscles out too long, and the tendons are saying, oh, okay, so you want me to be out this long. And then you go to do a workout and the muscles are going to contract. It confuses the system. When it confuses the system, this is what creates injuries and pulls.
Oh,
And-
wow.
And from biceps, to your hamstrings. So you don't really want to do that.
Okay.
Okay. So afterwards is fine because you get all the blood all flowing through. So
That's
add to that.
I'm ready to go hiking.
okay. Now, so here we are at the top of the horrifying half. We have just ascended about 1,000 feet in 1/2 mile. And
That's
equivalent to climbing the Empire State Building.
There you go.
And
Not by the elevator.
no, not by the elevator. But anyway, we found the stairway on the way up, so we're good. It's an avalanche slope, and here you can see Harris Mountain, Griffith Peak, Charleston Peak, Lee Peak behind that tree, and here we have Mummy Mountain, and a little more to climb. So, yeah. So Glenn and Shoshi, what did you think about that last stretch and getting up to this point?
It was a nice accomplishment. It was very challenging, but actually I thought the awful avalanche hike,
The horrible half, horrifying half.
The horrible corridor
was not too bad compared to the
compared
climb
to the trail.
before that.
Mm-hmm.
But as I went higher up, I could feel that I needed to breathe a little heavier for every couple steps and rest a little more. But one foot in front of the other and you make it. You just said, I can do it.
So you have not been above about 2,000 feet for how long?
At least a month and a half.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all of a sudden, here you are at about 10,800 feet. And how's that affecting you?
Oh, wow.
You can
It's
feel
quite
it
a change
differently.
to feel the thin air up here.
Short
It's
breath.
remarkable.
Hmm.
But I gotta say that with your guidance on this and having such an experienced ultra hiker has brought some very, very good perspectives on what it takes to accomplish these types of feats, especially like you every day, well, not every day, but on the
Once a
weekends,
week.
climbing up in these ridges over 11,000 plus feet up in the air from one ridge to another is quite amazing, and much appreciation that we have for you, David, in doing this. Much appreciation. And I feel that I've learned so much from you just in the smallest things, and how to protect yourself from safety, to actually being self-aware with your body and maneuvering on such slopes that are so dangerous, and yet you make it so that we can accomplish it in an easy or a good fashion, so that we do not fall and waste our energy. So we're really blessed to be around you on this day, and
Yay.
what this creation has given us, and we just thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
David.
It's all about finding the stairway. There's always a stairway, even though you don't think it's there.
They're very, very small and hidden, but they're all stairways around here.
Stairway to
Yeah.
Mummy Peak.
Stairway to heaven.
Yep.
Now I found out that your backpack is a little heavy. If you have a little tightness in the neck and shoulders and your weight is forward, I found out every time I find a log like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, show us what you do to
And,
take care of that strain. Relieve yourself of the
and
strain.
it goes right between the shoulder blades.
Okay.
Take an inhale, and then I slide my rib cage down so they relaxed, and then the log is right between my shoulder blades and lifting my chest and stretching my front of the shoulders. I started kind of here, and now I'm touching the ground. I
Okay.
can go back and forward, and then this is a nice protraction, retraction in the shoulders. I feel like I'm strengthening and opening the chest, strengthening the back of the shoulders here. And
There was a beetle on you.
I was wondering what you're picking off her neck there.
so VW, I call this VW.
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 Oh, that's cool.
Massage in the back of the shoulders and relaxes.
Is that what you call a Pilates move?
No, that's a Shoshi move.
Okay.
It's a VW move. Volkswagen move.
The VW, the show me Shoshi move.
Show me.
Okay.
And what's really nice about this too is it actually stretches out the spine from the backside and it makes it very healthy. What it does is it pushes the fluid in between each vertebrae
Oh, wow.
to keep it from drying out. So it's really healthy from that point of view. See, even just doing that. And it opens and expands
From the back,
the whole
neck.
spinal cord and creates an arch. And that's what we want. We want the healthy spine in doing that.
So if you found a log every day
There you go.
and you did this once a day, it would actually be
Right.
good for your spine.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If not, then you can use a long foam roller.
Okay.
At home, you can use a foam roller.
Okay. You don't need to find a log.
Don't take this home.
Don't take this home, no. Use this in
Good
nature.
idea.
Use a natural foam roller.
Now it's your turn.
Oh, boy.
You need to experience it.
Okay. Well, let me try it just
Don't
a moment.
believe me, you know.
Okay,
Don't
I'll
believe
go.
what I say. You need to experience on yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
And,
The
Is this
upper
thing-
back correction. Did you do?
oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, there you go, David.
Take
Feel how
that.
stiff it is.
My back is totally not used to stretching out this way, but okay, so
Yeah,
V.
that's will be a
W.
big stretch for you.
VW.
You know, actually, it feels pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to climb up
VW.
Mummy Mountain now. I just want to stay in this log the rest of the day. Then we'll go home and we'll say we climbed up Mummy Mountain. Nobody will know.
This is the VW move.
VW.
We'll just say that the camera ran out of memory and we could not video all the wonderful things we saw at the top.
Bring the elbows to the back of your ribs. Squeeze. Now take your arms up to the ceiling.
The ceiling. The sky.
The sky.
Oh, okay.
Sky.
The sky
We used to be
ceiling.
in the studio. Now protract your
Oh.
shoulders.
Oh,
Now
whoa,
the-
what's that feel like?
Squeeze the shoulder blades around the log, but dropping down. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Got it.
And
and
up.
and down. Protract. No, up. Shoulders. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
Okay.
yeah, it's the shoulder blades that moving.
Uh-huh.
Now wrap the shoulder blades around the log. Yeah. Squeeze the log. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a move
Do
I
they-
never
Yeah,
would have
up
figured
and
out on
down.
my own.
Yeah. Up and down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is good.
G-stretching. Spiral in two different directions. And this allows the body to relax and move into the stretch. Rock back and forth in two different directions and spiral. And good.
Well, okay. Here are Glenn and Shoshi ascending the final V Canyon up Mummy Mountain. There's Mount Charleston in the background. And we look up. That's where we've got to go. And it brings to mind the question, how do you prepare, condition your body to do something like this?
It's all about the mind. If it doesn't kill you, it just makes you stronger.
And the fact that our guide didn't tell us we were going to do this.
So embrace the unknown.
He just said, follow me.
So basically what we've told our listeners so far is nothing. Nothing of value.
Okay, you use the hands are very effective.
Yeah. And to
Pulling yourself on 3 points, yeah?
3 points.
2 hands and that.
Point, point, point. To climb up something like this. And to add to what our guide says is to make sure that your foot holding is connected to some solidified area in order to move up rocks like this. And that gives us a safety feature, but it also shares with another perspective, which is our balance and how we utilize our center to move up this. And it's great for coordination. This form of hiking and training really brings you into a new awareness, whether you want to think of it from a survival protection mode or the fact that our primal ancestors did this all the time to look for food, water, and shade. Up in the mountains here when the valley was so hot. And so it's a great experience to feel that and to mimic their environment from so long ago.
The more you do stuff like that, when you develop your sensory or what's around you, when you challenge yourself in this kind of trips, you are better. You're better equipped with your body is better. It's ready for the life out there. Because I in my clients, they just climbing up the stairs or they hit something and they fall because we're not trained. It's always on flat. It's always on flat surface. We stop going over rocks or something, climbing up the stairs or lifting heavy things. We just got so comfortable with modern, yeah.
Right?
Well, it does help your awareness, because when you're on something like this, you're asking yourself the question, how can I be secure at every moment? And if I fell, it would be no good. Where when you're walking up and down the stairs and you lull yourself into a false sense of security, you don't think of those things, and that's where you're gonna trip.
Then when something comes up, like a cat or a dog,
Right.
come and knock you out, you will fall on your face.
So this gives us a good preparing of as we get older, that we have this ability to still stay young by doing this and keeping our strength and keeping our awareness and able to not worry about falling and breaking your femur like most of the elderly people do, because they're not working at keeping that muscular education going. And when we lose that, we lose our life. We lose our age gracefully. So by doing this, complements everything that our primal ancestors do. And I highly recommend this form of exercise and awareness. I use the word awareness a lot, but it truly is, because you're living in the moment. You're living in the moment. And that raises your stress hormones up, but it also, you're able to handle more stress in your daily life because you're challenging yourself in such a beautiful nature as it is.
It's amazing, with every step and every hold, your body begins to teach you what it's capable of doing, because you know that you can't fall. And so you find muscles and coordination you did not know you have because you haven't practiced that.
Well said. Well said. Well said.
Yep.
Thank you, David, for taking us up here today and enjoying this. Let's see, it's about 70 degrees, I believe, right now.
Yes. And how hot is it in Las Vegas Valley?
About 107.
Okay, so yeah, if you're in Las Vegas in the summer and you want to be outside of four walls and feeling 70 degrees, this is about where you need to go, and you can see forever. So if you have cabin fever, like Shoshi had cabin fever, do you have cabin fever anymore, Shoshi?
For the month.
I'll give it 2 weeks.
Tomorrow morning. Okay, let's continue on. Go ahead and ascend a little further. Let's watch your
Technique.
Glenn's watching for solid rock, good footing, keeping balance.
Make sure that nothing is moving.
Yep.
Using my hands here.
And even then, I don't trust my full weight to anything.
No. 3-point contact. I got weight on my arms. I got weight on my legs.
Body leaning forward.
Whoa.
We started a little avalanche.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it here. Okay, here's Glenn and Shoshi ascending what we call the V Canyon here on the west side of Mummy Mountain. And I figured out a new fun thing to do is to say, hey, Glenn and Shoshi, why don't you try this? And they'll say, okay.
Unbeknownst to us,
We like a challenge.
challenge, but I think Dave created a new challenge for us, and living in the unknown. Not knowing what to expect. I gotta say, thank you, David, for sharing some of your experiences of the past and bringing us up to speed on what we can see out here. This is awesome.
It is pretty amazing. There's Mount Charleston, Lee Peak, and here's the V Canyon. Glenn and Shoshi heading up the last part. This is like the victory lap here, because we are basically at the top of Mummy Mountain at this point.
Wow. Yeah, we never done it before.
And,
It's the
well,
first time.
we're all senior citizens.
There you go.
Expressing our true age.
That's right. So here they come up. I even have the trumpets going now.
Can you hear the trumpets?
I hear them.
The angels are singing.
All right.
We reached heaven.
So very awesome. Okay. Approaching the very summit of Mummy Mountain.
Come to meet the mayor.
First summit of Mummy.
First time.
Many to come.
Welcome to a new sky level.
And here we are,
Wow.
walking over the final ridge here.
You can do it.
You have summited Mummy Mountain. Yes! Okay, here is the path
Wow.
of victory up Mummy Mountain.
Look at this
And there you even have a walkway.
walkway.
Wow.
We're all newcomers. I'm proud to say that my body can still do this.
Very grateful.
I'm very grateful that I can see things that most people don't see in a lifetime by keeping yourself healthy.
Yes.
And this is the rewards
Yes, the reward.
of this 11,400 11,000-foot peak. And I can say that I actually did it and crossed it off on my bucket list.
11,530.
530 to be exact. Okay.
Nice.
So we're about just a little under Mount Charleston's peak, which is what, 11,900?
Yes, 920.
920. And you can still see the snow on the other side over there. And it doesn't have anything that Mummy Peak has, with all these beautiful trees growing on top of this summit. Makes it a very special place.
So when somebody says, "Oh, it's my age," I don't go for it. Because you can continue enjoying life later into your ages.
Gracefully.
Yeah, gracefully and without pain. Strong, be strong.
And we can do that with our program and teach you how to get your health back by healing first, letting go, and then thriving.
That's the HEAL program.
That's this kind of activity is your longevity. You might want to ask, why would I do that? Why would I want to hike a mountain?
You don't have to.
But this is sign of longevity. This is sign of.
And this is our desire, but you might have other desires as you take our program.
Well, the thing about longevity is it's not about adding more calendar years to your life, but it's about the quality of every year. So if you can imagine you're 30 years old and you begin the habits that you have on createhealthnevada.com, the HEAL program, you create those habits, then you've got 30 years, 60 years left of life where every single year can have amazing discoveries. You can go places that most people you know could never go. And you see that just the world is so vast and so beautiful, and you feel like you're a part of it. It's like there's nothing that compares.
No.
And
it brings out your passion. It brings out your joy. It brings all the positive emotions that we all need that we forget about.
self-confidence.
Empowerment.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
To know, hey, I made it to the top of this
The
mountain.
sense of accomplishment is so rewarding. I don't know. I love that sense of accomplishment
I do.
inside, and I think most people.
And you know what's
Appreciate that.
really, really cool? I have a daughter. She's in her 30s. And she just looks at me and says, "Dad, you're going to live forever. I can't believe what you do at your age."
Absolutely.
And so it gives her a sense of security that I'm going to be around for a while.
Yes. And you're going to be able to.
You know, we do have some clients that it's set in us because they have a hard time to walk to the mailbox, or they are worked hard all their years, and they were planning on traveling with a companion, and they cannot do that because of the injuries they have.
And they didn't.
And if they would have, if you would take care of yourself when you're younger,
Or
and
Still do.
and
Still can.
still,
Well, that's another question that I'd ask is, if someone is in that condition at this point in their life, can they get it back? Can they get their health back?
absolutely, and get
we
back
definitely-
more. You could be better. You could be better in shape in your 60s than you were in your 40s by doing simple habits and getting it back. And the first thing that we prescribe would be something of just changing out your gene expression for a better one. So the first thing would probably be is to put good thoughts in your head. And that changes, and then that starts to snowball into other areas. Because the more that you care for yourself, the more you want to do. And the more you want to do, the more you express yourself throughout the world. And it comes at any age. Any age. So,
especially with the SomaFlow therapy.
yeah.
I mean, we yesterday open the muscles on our legs. And if I probably wouldn't have done it, I would be struggling a little more. But the SomaFlow is so powerful and gives hope to others to
Release
do
all
the
them
things
old
that they
injuries.
love to do and really let it into your age. This
They say
is how
there's
you do it.
Yeah, there's an old expression. You are as old as your tissue.
Interesting. And so you think of ways to invest your time and your money. So we, buy homes and cars and toys, airplanes, and sometimes don't invest in our bodies.
Right.
And it's like your body's with you everywhere you go.
Yeah,
And
that's your home.
you invest in your body, and 100% of the time you're enjoying that investment.
Yes. And if you place your value on your health, you'll get more value on other areas to create more wealth in your life. And wealth could be described in so many different ways. But I think health is your wealth. And if you come to realize that as you're getting older and you're feeling the decrepitness of bones cracking and you're not able to do anything more, just know that you can change it pretty quick. Your body's willing to respond to it if you give it the right environment.
Very awesome. Well, thank you for that insight that brought us to this point today.
Yes. Thank you. And we hope to share this information with you soon. Please come and see us.
CreateHealthNevada.com.
That's right.
Okay, Glenn and Shoshi approaching the summit of Mummy Mountain. There you go.
Kiss the ground! Kiss the ground!
Don't knock it over. That's a sacred.
That's a sacred Karen there.
Yeah. Okay. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Couldn't do
We
it
get a
without you.
certificate.
You could
Certificate.
sign the little box down here.
You got the army
You
box.
check the rock as your certificate.
The little ammo box.
Now we're looking at the burn area. It was in late June, I think the last Sunday in June of 2020, that this whole area burned. And it's on the east side of Mummy Mountain and just below the Mount Charleston Observatory. And you can see the red line down there, which must be fire retardant, because that seems to be where the fire actually stopped. But you can see that just one moment, one afternoon, and literally centuries are erased. It's going to take centuries to grow that area with the beautiful forest that was down there. So just let you know that this, in this lifetime, we're not going to see that regrown and looking as beautiful as it was 3 weeks ago. So protect our wildlands, because that's all we've got. And it took centuries to create this, and they can be destroyed in a couple hours. Okay, now we're on top of Mummy Mountain with Glenn and Shoshi Hall. And I figure what we would do is a can you top this session. So the first thing I'm going to do is show my amazing ability to touch my toes. And I don't think Shoshi can top this. So here we go, okay? Touching the toes. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. Now, isn't this amazing?
Oh,
This
that
is
is
incredible.
great. That's
Yes.
excellent.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay, Shoshi, show me what you can do.
stretch down.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's incredible.
Okay, can you
Do this.
squat?
Squat and one leg out.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll let you guys do it. I will.
One leg out.
Okay, I will be the monitor of this.
The legs are turned up.
Okay, good,
Good.
good. Yeah.
Good inner thigh stretch.
Now, what does that do?
It's great
This
for the
stretches
knee.
the hamstring and it opens up the hips and the back right here. And it stretches out your inner thigh and it helps you open your knees.
Does
Yeah,
it
I
pull
found-
muscles?
Does it pull muscles? No.
Now go to a point that you feel the stretch, but it's not painful.
Okay.
Like if you turn your knees and toes in here, it stretches up this knee. You have knee pain on the inside. That would be a great one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then from here, as you do that, then you can rotate. So rotate the femur and really stretch out all the ligaments out right through here. Great hip opener and stops you from getting hip placements in the future.
Ah,
Now
okay.
you can do this. Stretch your spine and your shoulder.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice
I
one.
know you can do this.
Yeah, you can do this one, David.
You've got some real confidence in you. Okay,
so bring
so-
your feet way out.
Even wider.
Bring those feet out. Let's
Right
see
there,
how
like a
far you
sumo.
bring them out.
Sumo wrestler.
How wide
Yeah,
are
do
we
this.
supposed to be?
Right there. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
And then?
Then do a deeper and then
Okay.
rotate the right shoulder in or left.
push.
Yeah.
No. You gotta push with your arm.
Yeah. Open the
Like
shoulder.
this?
Push this.
Oh.
Push away here.
My arm doesn't do that.
There it does. And stretch and look up to the sky.
Ah!
Look up to
There.
Mount Charleston.
I feel like a contortionist.
And then push away. Push away like this. Push
Okay.
right here. Feel like you're holding yourself up with just your arms.
Okay.
And then twist and look up.
Spine to air rotation. Yeah.
It's like you're holding your whole body, your upper body with your arms right here.
Okay.
And then I'll turn the other way and push. No, push your knee out.
Yeah.
Put your forearm, right? And the other one goes in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Good. Can you feel the stretch in your spine?
Yes.
Good.
I think I've paralyzed
Yeah.
myself.
Stretching a ladybug.
Okay, what else? What else can you show us?
Just
Okay.
turn, hold each other, and do
Yeah.
the
We can do a
quad
stretch
stretch.
together. We'll do a quad stretch together. Go
Okay.
ahead. You just stand there,
Okay.
right? And
Also,
then
I
go
get to
ahead.
stand.
Lift
just
your
low.
leg.
You,
Lift
you're
your-
gonna want you're the one that have to have your balance really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do it.
Okay. Lift
Yep.
your leg up.
Oh,
To the
one
back.
leg. Which leg?
One leg.
Here.
Left leg.
Hold on.
Let's
Hold
do
me.
the
Okay.
Hold me.
left leg.
Okay.
that.
Pull. Yep. Just like that. And stretch.
Okay, that was special. Okay, what else?
Swinging. You had nice swinging.
Yeah,
You
you
go
remember
home.
you're swinging right here. So yeah, we can
Swing.
do the old follies.
That
This is
feels
the can
good.
can.
The can
You
kick.
swing back so you open your hip flexors
Okay.
and stretching.
And let it go all the way
Swing.
back. All the way
Swing.
back.
Oh, all the way back. Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Hold on to Shosh.
Okay.
Yep, there you
There
go.
you
go.
Ready?
There
One,
you go,
One.
rackets.
two,
2, 3,
three,
Okay, what's this do?
4.
This helps
Oh,
stretch out your
open.
hips and your flexors,
Feel
your
the
hip
flexor
flexors
you're
right here.
stretching.
Oh, okay.
And it actually rotates back. There you go. And do the other side.
Okay.
One,
Oh, we're just
Oh, we
changing.
already did the other side.
two,
That's
This
fine.
was good.
three. Let it go all the way back.
Oh,
There you go. Feel the stretch in your thighs.
I feel it. Okay.
Beautiful.
Now
That's
what?
probably a good one to start before your hike. Too.
Now let's do the Egyptian move.
Oh boy.
This one is here, his hands placed here.
Okay.
Okay? You're going to stabilize your hips by putting your hands right here. And you're not going to move this area right here. You're just going to reach and stretch out that way. And then reach back.
Shifting the ribs.
Shifting the ribs up and out and stretch. 1, 2, 3. And lift your chest as you're doing it. There you go.
What's that do?
This opens up all your spinal, your erectors, and even your postural muscles that are in line with your spine.
Okay.
And it really opens them up.
Now wiggle the spine.
Wiggle
and
the
open all
spine
the muscles
forward.
on either side.
Like your
Yeah.
hips are stationary.
So you go all the way over. Keep yourself parallel.
Okay.
So go
That's
parallel
the
that way.
Egyptian.
No, stretch out that way.
Okay.
No.
Here,
No,
here,
shoulder
do this.
stay.
Do
Shoulder
this.
stay.
Put your hand, one hand here. I don't know. Like, put one hand on the rib.
Yep.
Now push the rib out into
Push
that
it out.
hand.
No, don't let this.
Push.
Keep this even. There you go. Keep it even on that
Push.
side. That's
There
it.
you go.
That's
Oh,
it.
Push.
There
okay.
you go. That's it.
Push.
Yeah.
Now go the other way.
Okay.
Yeah. Rib cage.
There
Push.
you go. Feel it. Don't bend. Don't bend here.
Okay.
Just straight. Keep it straight. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. Now
and
lift
there's-
up as you're doing it. Good. Now do both sides.
What?
Go back and forth. Go back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Back and forth. There you go.
When I start doing it, it took me
That's
3
it.
weeks
There you go. And just
at the
reach out
beginning
there, reach out
to
there.
get that.
Reach out there. Reach out there.
Okay.
Wonderful. That's it.
Okay.
And that stretches out your lower back and really pulls into those deep postural muscles that never get stretched.
Okay.
Okay? What else do we want to do?
Yeah.
something
No, us-
A neck stretch. Want to do a neck stretch?
to open the chest.
Oh, yes.
Just simple. You interlace your fingers and you take it behind your back. Palms down will press down. And as
Okay.
you press down, pull the elbows towards each other. Keep pressing the palms
hear
down, elbows towards each other. Palms down, elbows towards each other.
Oh,
It's a
So
Don't
the
see
elbows
much
are
of-
backwards.
yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Feel the chest open.
Yeah. Palms down and towards each other. Towards each
Woo!
other. Palm down, palm down, palm down. It's a constant increments.
There you go.
Increments of movement.
Wait, check. Because we were sitting down at first. Am I still getting?
Oh,
Did it stop?
No, it's still going, but problem is now we're standing.
I didn't
So
Oops.
Oops.
yeah, so it was working when we were sitting down.
So you just see from the waist down, huh?
That's right. So okay, so let's do
You hit?
those. Yeah, let's do those again.
Okay. Can you do
Oh, that
No.
was-
Okay. What's that do? Balance?
this? Open up the hip.
stretches
On the
all
hiking.
this area out right in.
Hmm.
Hiking really uses those muscles
Yeah.
Okay.
very intensively. And
Right
you
through your IT bands to help
Yeah.
protect your knees.
Okay.
and after a hike, intense hike like that,
Yeah.
next day you'll be sore. You'll feel your glutes.
Okay.
And that's connection to your back muscles. So you release also your back.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the Egyptian one again.
The Egyptian one. Okay. The Egyptian one is
This is it.
this is the modified version of that one.
The
So-
modified version.
Yeah. The modified version.
To the
Stretch.
side. I'll do the modified version.
Yeah. And I'll do the
So the hand on the rib cage gives you
support.
not support,
And a
it's kinda like
reference.
a guidance,
It's a reference.
a reference, guidance.
Okay.
That you're not moving your hips right here.
And when you get really good, you don't have to put your hand on the rib cage
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, you just go.
Okay, you just do that.
Right.
Okay.
And this is a support system
I feel
to make
I
sure
feel
that
my
your shoulders are not doing
oblique.
this. Right? We're not doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
We're doing
Side
this. We're lifting up.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see it
Stretches
now.
out the whole rib cage, your spinal muscles that are tight, your postural muscles that need to loosen up back and forth like this. really wiggles them out. Feels really good on loosening the back, especially in the morning hours when you're just getting out of bed.
Okay.
It's an excellent one. What else you want to do? Want to do the swing?
Oh, we did the hip.
Want to do a rotational movement? This is a dynamic stretch. Keep your arms 90 degrees.
This actually
Helps open up your
opens up
diaphragm
the lungs.
muscle.
The lungs are,
And here, your chest.
you can,
And it helps bring energy up, spirals up through the head, and even down through the feet.
if you move your head with it, you can really twist
Yeah.
deeper into the spine.
It feels really good. I can just feel it pulling out all
Do
that
50
muscle.
of those, and you feel your breath getting bigger, your lungs, you can
Mhm.
breathe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's,
What else you got?
What else do we got?
oh, very important. The IT band.
Ah,
So I
Okay.
cross one leg over, and I take the hip, shift it towards the straight leg.
Okay.
And you can have that arm as you intensify the stretch. I feel it right in, depend where you are tight.
Okay.
If you're tight in your buttocks, you feel it in your buttocks. If you're tight in the IT band, then you feel the IT band. So, other side.
So how many of those do you do?
not many.
Okay.
Oh, I think
Till you hear a snap.
no, this one there.
You can do it.
This one.
You can do it from the front side.
Coordination too.
You can do it from the back side, or you can put your foot up in the front.
Okay.
And it stretches out in here, your oblique muscles.
I feel
If you put it back to the back side, it stretches the oblique muscles. Well, actually, it stretches out the
You
internal
feel more.
oblique muscles this
Huh.
way here. And this one stretches out the back, the internal oblique muscles this way. So it hits two different forms in this area here. Now, would you like to do your squat?
What's what? Oh, it's we haven't filmed it yet. Huh?
Right. It may not have caught it.
Okay. Use your abdominals. Pull the abdominals in for balance, and then goes up on above the knee, and then stretch your torso forward. Bend your knee.
Woohoo! Look at that. Yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine that. I cannot imagine
Oh,
that.
and then reaching down to the ground.
It's
Oh,
really intensified.
that stretches out all through here. All these areas in here that are extremely tight, especially for people who have tight quads. Your muscles are so strong and huge, it just really opens that whole area up, all the way up into here.
Wow. Yeah, I can't even imagine keeping my balance.
Yeah, and that's good for, it's also good strength work for your ankles, by the way.
Okay.
Reach out. Stay over that supporting leg. Yeah.
Very good.
You take a couple of times to do it before you feel secure and stable.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You'll find your balance.
A couple of years.
times.
Now, there's one that everybody's always looking for in stretches, and that's the neck.
Okay.
And it's very, very important to open up the neck from different angles. And in this case, we're going to do it from the lateral angle. But what we're doing is we're taking this hand and we're putting it down the side, pointing the fingers outward. As we point the fingers outward, we reach up and we grab the other side around the jaw and we pull up, lifting your chest up and bringing your hands down to the ground at the same time. And as you do it, it stretches out all this area in here. But you have to lift the chest up to do it. So by lifting your chest up, and then you just pull this in an arc and move this in a downward position at the same time, keeping your palms turned out. And this really helps take the tension out of your shoulders and your neck. And then repeat and do the other side. Same thing. Grab your jaws like a little eagle claw. Pull it up. Bring this one down. Lift your chest and stretch out like that. Oh, feels so good.
So like if you've got a stiff neck or you
Yeah.
strain your neck, that'll...
It's a great one, especially if you've been on an airplane for a long time
Okay.
and you're feeling stiff coming off of it. Do this exercise. And you can do it even on the airplane. And it'll help you out. So it gets you, because you're stuck in a stagnant position for hours and hours in a compressed atmosphere. So there's one for you.
Very amazing.
Okay?
Good.
Yeah.
Anything else?
More?
More?
Ah,
Well, we can always
we're
do
gonna
more.
the lunge.
The lunge.
The runner's lunge. Stretch. After all this amazing, we have to go. You have the camera have to go down. After that big climb,
This
This
one
gets
stretches all the way down through here. Strengthens the ankles, by the way, while you're doing this.
stomach is
And
stretching.
your
out.
stomach is stretching out, but it's actually still supporting.
My knees reaching forward.
And not in a line right here, and not hanging over. And then she reaches up and then extends. And the more she extends, the more it stretches out that front part of your body. And ta-da!
You got three-dimensional up, out, and down.
So the thing is not to do a bunch of those, but just to one stretch and stretch things out. Okay.
Be very effective, yes.
It gets a whole
Look
range
at the
of
other side.
chain reactions going.
Okay.
Both hips in one line.
Her hips are in line right here. She's tightening up her stomach, and she's
Lift up,
up here like so, reaching up.
reaching the knee away, like you're trying to slide the rocks from underneath you forward.
Yeah, so you're going in that direction.
So I'm
And
thinking,
you're going in this direction that way.
Okay.
Or up.
ooh,
And there you go. And these are great, especially when you've been
Little
hiking all
yoga.
day long. It really helps you for your recovery.
Okay, so you're going to feel totally recovered by the time we get back to the trailhead.
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
yes. This is
Yeah.
a good second
Okay.
wind going down.
So that would be it for today.
Ha!
All right.
Or,
Knees.
no,
You don't like those? Really? Okay.
but you can do a chest stretch, especially after all day carrying a backpack.
Okay.
Couple.
And
Couple
what
stretch.
we can
There,
do,
feel.
we can do stretches here where we lift the stomach up here to arch back. Then
Okay.
we lift the chest up to the sky. That brings us back here. Our fingers are interlaced here and slide down your butt. As you lift your head back. It's the last piece of the information. And then you turn your elbows in and you just keep going down and down and down until you feel it. And then you do some belly breathing and go down further. And then when you're ready, you come up, you bring this up first, this second, and this last. And it literally takes the tension out of your whole body, and you've done an anti-gravity stretch, bringing you back this way, where everything has always been going this way, especially in our daily lives.
Ah, so if you're spending too much time in front of the computer, that would
Yes,
be
this
the
would be an excellent
stretch.
one
That's
for
a
that.
beautiful one, yes.
Resets the body, and the body says, I'm back to center again. And I feel more of my posture this way, and I feel centered all the way down here instead of being like this and
You have
like
to
this.
understand that whatever happens in front is influence in the back. When something happens in the back, whatever happens in the back influence the front.
Okay.
So,
Very awesome.
and
Yeah.
hamstring stretch. Go back to partners. That is really pulling. Stretch the hamstring.
Turn.
And, good.
Just don't let go of each other or Glenn's going over the
Then we
edge.
go into a squat, and then we just pull. That's that feels so
This
good.
spine.
Yeah, we just swing back and forth, trying to let your butt come down to the ground, and just hold each other. There you go, and it pulls out your spine. Ah, feels so
We got a
refreshing.
lot.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Thank you.
That's enough to totally straighten someone out.
Yeah.
Good.
It will definitely get them in a better recovery mode, no doubt.
Okay. Summit of Mummy Mountain with Glenn and Shoshi Hall, and there is Mount Charleston and Griffith Peak and the summit of Mummy Mountain behind Shoshi. And then you can see the Las Vegas Strip right behind Glenn. And then up this direction in the background, Centennial Hills. And look at these beautiful bristlecone pines that are all along the summit of Mummy Mountain.
Thousands of years old.
Yeah, some of these are literally thousands of years old. This one here, that's huge. Okay, back to Glenn and Shoshi, and okay, show us, what do you want to show us, Glenn?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a stretch. Maybe
Okay.
Something that maybe somebody that can do a Tai Chi move that everybody can do that
So-
will help the shoulder. I don't know.
A shoulder movement.
That help the shoulder.
Shoulder movements is an unwinding.
No, Tai Chi unwinding for the shoulder.
So it's spiraling from here and pushing out like that. Of course, you can come down and come this way. It's very hard to do it on rocks.
With boots that grab the surface.
They grab everything, but
Oh, you get it. That's good.
yeah, Tai Chi is an excellent way to build coordination and to find your internal center and to actually move your fascia tissue through lengthening and stretching out. Whether it's a move where you're reaching
Balance.
and balance at the same time.
It's very flowing.
Yeah.
Back and forth. So there are all kinds of fun things to do. The Tai Chi gives you an expansion and contraction. Really helps out your coordination, especially as we get older. It's nice to know that you can move gracefully through something, whether it's back or forth. There's always a center. You find your center, it becomes part of you.
So it's total body control.
Yes.
You control every limb.
Every limb and expression through the mind and the body moving out together. And it's pretty amazing stuff when you learn from some very good teachers out there. And my teacher is Ping Wei and also Master Chen. And they're excellent teachers to learn their method of Chen style, practical method. So,
Where are they located?
well, Master Chen is in Canada, and he travels all around the world teaching. And Ping Wei is actually in Arizona, in Phoenix. So he has a group of people that teach over there, and he's got a pretty good following now.
We bring him over here to Las Vegas. So if you're interested in some of the Tai Chi exercise for your health, let us know, and we'll get together a group and we'll have some fun and stay healthy.
Yeah.
That's an awesome offer.
Yeah.
Bring a master over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just for the physical. It's get your mind strong. It's for longevity. All those moves.
It's a moving meditation too. It really focuses in on it. You learn how to go deeper and deeper in yourself.
Now, are you connecting with energy around you and taking your energy and
That's probably
expanding
later.
it?
Probably will be later.
Yeah,
It is Tai Chi.
Yeah, it
But
is Tai Chi.
first, you're just gonna learn the moves.
I mean, when you talk about energy, is where your mind goes in the body too, is energy.
And where
So
your
if I'm
intention
focusing on something, my energy is going to be in here as opposed to being out here. So my mind is in here.
is.
And as I move back out, my energy can go out through my fingers, through my intention.
Show some intention. Like we did with partnering.
Oh,
And when the intention is in one point, what happens when the intention is in another point?
right.
Don't you do like
What do you want me to do? The finger?
something for me, something on me that it won't injure me? But you've done it with me or something like, I don't know, a little push. You're just down. I'm up the slope, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you think here, right?
If I think here,
Let me think. I need to think.
and there's a difference between your mind connection here. So if I'm moving in this direction, she's sinking into the earth right now. So I'm pushing on her. You can see my hand pushing on her.
Okay.
She's absorbing that energy into the earth. Now, if she lifts her head up,
So that's the part of alignment.
there's alignment and center
And
and
center.
attention in the
Huh.
human body.
Okay.
So you can see the difference. So she's got to center herself now, and I'm going to push down. And you can see I'm pushing, and my arm is not bending. So that's force going in there. Now, as soon as she lifts,
That's pretty amazing.
she lost her intention and her
Okay,
chi.
I'm gonna think even more.
I'm going to be the roots of those
that
trees. Think of that.
And I'm gonna lift my head. No,
Oh, you gotta lift your head. Okay. So this.
That's a powerful in alignment. Alignment is powerful.
So it's something.
That's what is alignment
It's
is.
something to think about, right? And these are just all little fun exercises.
This is part of the SomaFlow therapy. This
Okay.
is what we are implementing when we work on someone. That's why the work is so powerful in healing and opening the body,
Yeah.
healing injuries that people have been for 20 years and couldn't find any other solution.
They give up, and then you
Yeah.
are able to.
We're the last line of defense.
Wow.
Or we're the ones that turn around and prevent the surgeries.
Okay.
Or we're the ones that will correct a genetic problem that has been so painful on people that we slowly start to move them into a better direction. With the spine or with a shoulder or with a knee. It works on so many different areas. But it's all deep connective tissue that we're releasing. But we also release the bones. We also release the tendons. We also release the ligaments. And we open it up and erase all of that trauma that's in the tissue. And it upgrades the body, and the person feels more alive. They can feel the change right away. They recognize it right. They don't even know how to even stand sometimes after the change, because it's so new to them. Their bodies have shifted and changed. But the work is profound, and it's been out there for a long time. But at the same time, we need to get it out further.
Okay.
And SomaFlow is part of the martial end, but it's also part of the yoga end. It's part of many things. So it's a blend of Western constructs and Eastern. So it's a mixture of both. So you get both from the world, and that's what makes our work really unique. And we have some excellent testimonies out there of people who have responded to our work over the years.
So they find this on createhealthnevada.com?
They will.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you can go to Create Health Nevada, and you'll find a video over there and some articles.
Yeah.
And
some testimonials from
great
from
testimonials.
celebrities.
Okay.
And people who have had challenges, they couldn't get any relief from any, or very little relief from other therapies in the past.
Okay, and adding more and more all the time.
Yes, always.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a long
Okay.
interview.
Glenn and Shoshi down the canyon, west side of Mommy Mountain. The wind is roaring. Okay, freeze for a second. Okay, back to the video. So what thoughts are crossing your mind at the moment?
My thoughts?
Yes.
My thoughts is about how I'm using my human body to push into the sides of the mountain and using different alignments to create strength and support and stability from this leg to this stick.
So all those workouts and exercises you do,
You just,
this is where they all come
this
in.
is where they all come together.
Yeah, we do a lot of the stability ball, balance exercises, and Tai Chi, balance.
Now I'm pushing against here, and I'm pushing down into here. Now what I do here, I guess I'm the whole on.
Avalanche Billy.
Definitely a bit of a challenge when one of your hands is holding the hiking poles.
Yeah. So now, the only thing that I have here is good flexibility to reach back.
All the stretches we did on
All the
top.
stretches, that's a good stretch.
Okay.
The runner's lunge that we did.
Yep, that's good for the lunges.
Some injuries.
Of course, now I am.
Yeah, this kind of does look like those stretches happening in a real life situation.
I'm looking, testing out the rocks. Step on it or not.
I would use more grappling. Use that right here.
Can I give you this?
Good. All right. We're fine.
Wood is holding right now.
Yep.
That helps a lot.
Yeah, and even if you lose your footing, you're still holding your hands.
Up on the hands.
Yep.
Energetics. Now I have 3 sticks.
Yeah, you want to hold mine too, Glenn? I got a couple here.
Yeah, I'm sure I do.